Hello and welcome to part 3, 4, 5 of the Paul McCartney and Wings, or Wings and Paul McCartney, or whichever order you want to have it in. And you know how in my last one I said that I didn't have a copy of With a Little Luck? I had it in the wrong order. So here we are, is a UK version of With a Little Luck. Personally, I think that logo is sort of, well, the font is very 70s. And I like how the G and the S link. Well, then again, on the B side, you do have a backwards traveller with a cufflink. So maybe that's the idea. You have your SG link. Sounds like something you'd see on a train timetable, doesn't it? Which one, the backward traveller or the cufflink? Well, we could have them both together. Now, you know how I was saying that I didn't have a copy of With a Little Luck? Well, I seem to have a copy. And this one is from Germany. Paul looking somewhat distracted there. Linda looking like she wants to munch the photographer's lens off. She probably thinks, I'm a better photographer than you. I can't do the American accent. And Denny just looks stoned. There we go. Maybe Denny is after some of Paul's. With a Little Luck was sort of like your sort of typical McCartney fare, really. Sort of, with a little luck. Da, da, da. I think that's the video clip too, where he's in a raincoat and he's doing all of this or something. You thought I was going to pop all my buttons going ping, ping, ping. Yes, no chance of anything pinging. Don't really want anything to ping. Oh, no. And you know how I said I didn't have a copy of With a Little Luck? Well, here's an Italian copy. Still with the same photo, only a bit more sort of matted, as in M-A-T-T-E. Well, same kind of thing, isn't it? But, oh. You know how I said before that I didn't have an Australian copy of With a Little Luck? There's an Australian copy shoved in here. I really don't. Can you tell I haven't looked at these for so long? Maybe the Italian copy was thrown off of a jetty or something. I thought, oh, we better replace this. Oh, well, here's an Australian thing. Here we go. Makes no sense whatsoever, because where would they have gotten the Australian copy? I'll post it, I suppose. So there we go. I've covered just about every avenue of With a Little Luck that I thought I didn't have. Yeah, these things are always a nice surprise. Well, so far I haven't had any records falling out from the bottom, like what happened with poor old Elvis. That's terrible. I've got to really replace those. I keep saying I've got to replace those. And next up is an Italian copy of Goodnight Tonight. And the photo seems to be slightly similar to the With a Little Luck one. Maybe there's a link there. Goodnight Tonight, With a Little Luck. Ooh. And all those peace symbols flying around. Glad they got their hands around the right way. Yeah, that's if you can see it at all, with all those wrinkles and bubbly bits and stuff like that. And the fact that this particular photo has been so blasted with light. Yeah, they're all in there somewhere. And oh, what was I saying about Elvis singles falling out the bottom? I was going to say, you can't see it with a black and white shirt, can you? There we go. Oh, let's just check the sides too. Hang on a second. That side seems to be alright. Yeah. Well, the sides are alright, it's just the bottom. Make of that what you will. Nothing worse than things falling through the bottom. Goodnight Tonight seemed to be Paul's foray into disco. You know, with that whole, the way he played the bass and stuff like that. Yeah, it really did kind of feel like his foray into disco. I didn't mind the song, but it's very derivative. Next up is the French copy of Goodnight Tonight. And notice similar photo, but with a bit more colour to it. I suppose it shouldn't come as any surprise for the French to have more. Oh no, hang on a second. You had more colour in the front cover, but the back cover, there we go. Match it with my shirt. Maybe the idea is that you could put a photo in there or something, or the ringwear to show up a little bit better. Oh well. But at least with this one you actually get to see the guitar. I'd say that would be Denny's guitar, just looking at how it looks like a right-handed guitar. Oh, and better view of the drumsticks being used as peace symbols as well. And next up we have the Spanish copy of Goodnight Tonight, or Adios a la noche, or Noche, or Noki, or something. But whatever it is, it's telling you to good night tonight. And once again, same photo, but just with a bit of effect on it. Like a bit of kind of lavender purple or something. At least with a closer look at the photo, you can see poor old Linda's a bit squeezed in there. Gosh, she looks like her head's popping out of somewhere. I wonder if it's a Spanish version of the song. I suppose if ABBA can do Spanish versions of songs, then anything's possible. And once again, this also shows where, from a different country, the actual label is different as well. There we go. Just showing that it's got a big hole in it. Yep, there we are. I think I'll take my big hole and put it back in its cover. Does that sound like a good idea? I think so. And it goes, oh. Gosh, the things I find in these things. Hang on a second. Oh. Yeah, obviously somebody's grabbed a copy of Number One magazine and put the lyrics in there. For those, obviously, who want to don't say it, say anything, but don't say goodnight tonight. But on the other side of it, we've got Hooray, Hooray, It's a Holly Holly Day by Boney M. Just check, see if there's anything else in here. Oh no, it's clear. It's clear. And next up, if I couldn't get enough, here is the UK copy of Goodnight Tonight. Oh, it is getting a little bit much, all these picture sleeve copies of... But this is also the cover that's used for the 12-inch version, which I think goes for about 7.5 minutes or something. This is more in line with what was used for the video clip as well, instead of all of that type stuff. And on the other side of the thing, there's this, which is also in line with the video clip. But this was where Paul was trying to turn Wings into another band, or sort of have a proper band around him, or something like that. And then he got busted in Japan, and that all got kind of up the proverbial, didn't it? He really did say goodnight tonight there as well. Oh my goodness me. And if that wasn't enough, here's the Japanese copy. There we go, all of it in Japanese with its lyrics and all of that sort of thing. So if they do Good Night Tonight in Spanish there, and as you can see there, it's Japanese. Whatever would have made me think that? So I've gone from Spanish to Japanese. Either way, it all means the same thing. How many copies is that? I think this is the most of one single I've actually... Hang on a second, let's just see. The worst thing is they're all nearly just about the same bloody photo. Except, I think that one's the clearest of the lot. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 copies. Gee, you wouldn't think I was a fan, would you? There we go. You wouldn't think I was a fan, and as it is, Linda's holding one very similar there as to what I was doing. So here we go. How demure. Oh, make it 6. I also got the Australian copy. I should have gone for 7 for luck, eh? The next two are from the... because Good Night Tonight was actually a standalone single until Paul released Back to the Egg, which was obviously that was the idea. He was hoping to go back to being with a band. Then there are a couple of singles released from that, but they were very much... That's how the picture sleeves were. And the getting closer. He was also sort of... He went back to being rock with this one too, the sort of rock one, even if I do find the keyboard in that a bit insipid. But with his vocal and the rocky aspect of it, yeah, you could tell he was definitely trying to go back to his rock roots. And it was 65p there too. Good grief. Things were a little bit cheaper then, weren't they? But yeah, the thing that gets me with this as well is that the B-sides are the same. Talk about not good value there. Yeah. And just quickly, the Australian copy had Old Siam Sir on the B-side and Arrow Through Me on the A-side. There we go. Anyway, that's it. After all that good nighting tonighting and Old Siam Sirring and having a bit of luck, that's a good ending. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for watching. Please do all the likes and subscribe and the bell and all that sort of stuff. And once again, thank you very much for watching. Please take care of yourself, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Ciao. Or should I do the cover of Good Night Tonight? Well, I've got to do it for 5.